and welcome to this Let's Write video. These are videos about computer programming. Today we're going to look at Mastermind, which I wrote recently. It's a console program written in BASIC. I wrote it in MS-DOS, and up the top here we've got the name of the game, Mastermind for free basic QB mode. QB mode is a compiler option in free basic which can be used at the command line, I believe, and also at this editor. There's my website, which is where you go to download the source code if you want. There's a description here. So the player has 9 attempts to guess a 4-digit combination with indication of white for correct digit and black for correct place and digit. The digits are 1 to 6. These are the declarations of 2 arrays, short arrays of integers, 4 integers long. Digit and user, so that's the user's combination, and this is the computer generated combination. The computer generated combination is made here. It's very simple. It's just a for loop with 1 to 4 and the digit for those randomly generated from 6 potential numbers, digits. This prints the instructions for the game, the title of the game, the instructions, and which key to press if they want to exit. This is the program main loop, but I'll get to that soon. And by the way, before the video ends, I'll demo the game so you'll get to see what it's like. This is display combo, which is required if they can't guess it, and it just puts what the combination is onto the screen so that they can see where they went wrong. This is get input, which gets guess input from the user. These are subroutines, by the way, and subroutines have these label identifiers and a return at the end, which returns them back up to the program main loop. So it puts attempt number onto the screen, and the number of their attempt and a semicolon as a prompt, and then it captures their keys and prints them onto the screen as they type them in, which is kind of awkward, because if they press a backspace key, it'll put the backspace character onto the screen. But you know, it's good enough for the game, I think. Anyway, down here it converts the value of y to user x. So remembering that user x is an array, and it puts the value of the things in there. So, and this little character here is actually escape. So if they press escape at any point, it'll end the program and return them to the operating system. Provide feedback about get. I had this little discussion with my brother, who tested this for me, about what the feedback should be, and he thought I should provide feedback about each position, but I thought the game would be much more challenging if you just gave them how many numbers were in the combination, as well as how many numbers and positions were correct. So it's got this for loop here, 1 to 4. This tests whether one of the numbers was black, and black just means correct position, correct number, and it goes through an embedded for loop here, which tests whether or not the number was present but it wasn't in the right location. And then it prints the feedback onto the screen so that the user player, I should call them, knows where they went right or wrong, and they can base further attempts on those feedbacks. So, and if I think this line might actually be irrelevant. I should have deleted it, but I didn't get around to it. But anyway, so it returns to the main. I'll go up to the main here. At the beginning, see, the flow of the program goes from up here to down to the main, and then these are just subroutines down here. At first their attempt number is 1, while the black count, so the number of guesses they've got absolutely perfect, is less than 4, which is 4 is the amount of times they have to get it right. It goes through this while loop here. First it calls the get input, which gets the user's input and puts the feedback there for them, and it adds a 1 to the attempt. If their attempt is less than 10, so if their attempt was 10, then they've used too many guesses and they lose, and it tells them what it was. But I have to say, and black count does not equal 4, because if their black count did equal 4, then they would have gotten it, and they can press a key to exit. But that's how that works here. And these sleep, that just waits for a key to be pressed, and end means terminate the program. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a fairly short program, but it does the trick. It's good as a diversion, I suppose. But let's make it. So make, compile, and you can see down here, make done, and I'll exit the editor. Here's the executable. You could make a DOS executable using Quick Basic, which will run on an XT or an IBM 5150, but most people have Windows these days, so that's why I'm demoing a Windows version, a Windows console version. So here's the game itself. At the top there's the name of the game. It gives them some instructions and lets them know that they've got 9 attempts and that they can press escape at any point to quit the program. So I'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of those was completely right and 2 were sort of right. I'll go with 1, and then I'll say white with 2, so we'll say 3, 2, 5. So now there's black 2 and white 2, so 1, 3, 5, 2. It's the same as last time, which must mean that the 2 first numbers were correct. 1, 3, 6, 3. Okay, now we're very close. I think it's 1, 3, 3, 6. But you can see that it's not right for some reason. 1, 3, and I'll just look up through these whites here. This one had 3, so I'll say 6, 3. Alright, so it's 1, 3, 6, and 4, let's say. 1, 3, 6, 3. 1, 3, 6, 1. And I got it. And on the final attempt. See, it was only letting me have 9 attempts there, and I figured it out within 9, and I can press any key to exit. Alright, so thanks for watching, and have a great day.